Ohrid is a city in the south of North Macedonia, situated on Lake Ohrid, the deepest and oldest lake in Europe. It's bordered by Albania and Greece and is merely about a 3-hour drive from the capital city of Skopje, in the small but full of nature country, North Macedonia. So today we're going on an epic ATV adventure around Ohrid and to some villages. We always find that getting an ATV to explore a place is awesome. We did it in Santorini, Greece, in Cappadocia, Turkey, and now in Ohrid, North Macedonia. Well, it didn't quite start off like that. We first needed driving lessons, because these ATVs are some beasts we're not used to. And then we were off to Galicica Park, which is probably not how you pronounce it, but it is a huge park stretching about 227 square kilometers between Lake Ohrid and Lake Prespa, and there's 1,600 species of floral life in this national park.
Between Albania and Macedonia. From there, this is Albania.
Oh wow!
It's a large part of the piece.
They have 1/3 of the lake, we have 2/3.
Oh really? Okay.
We also don't have moving toilet here, you know? So if you need to go to bathroom, use some stone, woods,
Okay.
some tree.
Is this what they use?
Like, and smell it.
Is this what they use for the tea?
This is one of them.
Cool. What's it called?
If I'm translating, like,
Yes.
it will be like mother's soul.
Mother's
Oh wow, that sounds like a good tea.
It has no source of water.
Oh yeah?
Okay. These all ponds are from rain and snow.
Jesus.
Yo.
This will get dry at the end of June.
Yo.
And then dry for the rest of the year till it
For the
rains
rest
again.
of the year.
That's
Yo.
And inside lives one endemic species that lives only on Balkans. You see?
Cute! It looks like a, look at this, but like a one in water.
Does it lose its tail or does it look like that?
Yes, it's between lizard and frog. Here there are a lot of endemic these butterflies.
They're like a grey blue.
So if you
I was
see
wondering.
here butterfly, be sure that you will never see that species again.
So this place actually used to be on bookings and you could rent it. But they say you shouldn't come in the winter unless you have a weapon because there's wolves. And the wolves will come and visit you in winter because it's cold.
This was working till 1996, 94, I don't know exactly. And here you could ski. This is another one.
Oh yeah!
Or is it the adult one?
Yeah, and it's serious one. But it's not working. And it was staying maybe till June.
Yo!
Yes.
Till June!
Now with climate change, we have snow, but it's not staying.
Okay.
It's melting.
Is it snow?
Yeah, this white one is snow.
That is scary. This was taken in June, and a few years back in June's, this whole area would be covered in snow and people would be skiing. Now, the only snow that's left is little spots on top of the mountain.
There at the end, at the edge, and over the edge, there.
Oh!
Yes, and you can find grenades there.
What?
Some of them, they are not even.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah, I have grenade from there in my home.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
I hope it doesn't go off one day.
95% of people living in Ohrid haven't been here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Forget about seeing it, hearing it. In the end, you must feel.
This is insane. I didn't even know there was another massive lake there.
Yeah. So this lake is Prespa Lake, and it's divided by 3 countries. So this side Macedonian, this right side is Albanian, and then left side from there, yes, it's Greece.
We all know about climate change, but I've never seen it happen like this right in front of me. This lake Prespa is running out of water, or ran out of water, due to climate change.
To get some confidence, how many debates to earn some tailwind? The years pass, I'm still the same. What will it take? Why the wait? Up and down, I'm losing ground.
If you like animals and helping stray animals, for the price of a takeaway coffee, you can buy a meal for a stray animal. That meal will go towards an animal in the country that we are finding ourselves in. If there's a cause close to your heart like sterilization or other medical treatments, you can also sponsor a stray animal for one of those. Visit www.buymeacoffee.com/kinfolktravels to buy a meal for a stray animal. And I'll keep you updated on the animals you are helping. And then right here in the middle of nowhere is this beautiful church, and it's the most serene place with just the sound of the cowbells in the background.
Not you. Ooh, ooh, what to say? Please make the strain go away, pretender. How many right turns to reach some kind of goal? How many dressing up for me to play some ball? Seasons change, still the same range. Where will it take?
We just finished the ATV Adventures and it was awesome, and our guide was awesome, but we are so dirty and it was hot. We burned, show ya.
Birds.
Burned like insane. Shoulders are burned. We didn't think we were gonna burn. You have stuff in your eyes still.
Sand everywhere.
Like everywhere. We didn't think we were gonna burn. I mean, it's like 3 o'clock now.
It's pretty cool. It's like 70 kilometers through like mountains and crazy uphills and off-roading.
Now it's there.
It was in my face.
And like you don't like realize like how tired you're gonna be. We got up there and we like dead. I guess it was like 4 or 5 hours of riding on a quad and like being in fresh air and nature. Yo. A few minutes later on the same day. Almost every day we've been in Skopje, it's like hot, and then in the afternoon it's like storm. But not like rainstorm, like a storm where the power goes out. In Skopje it went out twice. Now our power just went out again in here in Ohrid. So there's 2 things that I've like realized since, or like I've realized since we were traveling. And it is one, that it's so hard to like change a country's mindset. Even if a country like changes, for instance like Ukraine, that's not Soviet anymore, but they still have so much of Russia's influence, and some people like still wanted to be Soviet. And like the one guy said that was on a tour with us, the people that's in the government now isn't like super non-Soviet. Their parents and grandparents used to be in the Soviet government. So even though they like have more modern thoughts and stuff, they still have that same background, and a lot of that mentality is still there. So it's gonna take years for it to change. And the second thing I realized was like how non-black and white things are. Like if you,
Great. Everything is so great.
everything is so great. Like if you look at the politics like of the Balkan area, like I really try to understand it, and I watched a lot of things and I read a lot of things to try and understand the politics between the countries and things like that. And and I wanted to speak to people to try and understand it more, and whenever you speak to somebody, they have a different opinion or a different view of it, and you speak to somebody else from the same country sometimes, and they have like a different story again. And there's no like the whole North Macedonia not being allowed to be called Macedonia. Like I've like read so many things and try and figure out like the whole thing about it, but it's so grey. There's like no concrete answers in a lot of the things, and I guess that's like life as well. Like people aren't like straightforward. People are like complicated and diverse because of like their culture and their family and all of those influences that they have. That there's no just like right and wrong, black and white. It's all like history is like so opinionated and made up, you know, added on here and taken away there by people.
You only see certain people's perspectives. That's like what history is anyway.
Yeah, it's just some people's perspective. It's not the whole story. And it's very hard to get the whole story because everybody has a different opinion or viewpoint or story about it. So I think I'm giving up now and trying to understand the Balkan politics. Yeah. I think I understand enough of it to make sense, but the more you try and find out, the more it gets cross-versed.
Also, the third thing is that Ilka stopped buying the normal plain milka, so now I don't eat it anymore, which sucks.
It's so nice.
It's a different version of it, which tastes a bit different.
It's more like a truffle. Not mushroom truffle-y, like
The plain one was nice enough.
Tired.
If you enjoy watching our North Macedonia adventures and all our other adventures, click on that subscribe button to make sure that they keep coming and that I can keep feeding the dogs and the cats of the world. Thank you so much for watching. Next week we are exploring Ohrid by boat on Lake Ohrid, and the scenery and monasteries are just incredible. I can't wait to share it.